Guess what I saw on late night TV the other day?
Let me see.
Ewan McGregor.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why you hate when I say Ewan McGregor.
It's just kind of one of those things. Like it doesn't really annoy me, but it's just at the time, you know, we were like, he didn't sound like that. It just kind of became like a joke now.
Ewan McGregor.
Annoyed because he doesn't talk like that.
I know. My name is Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
I just did because Conor McGregor kind of does it. He's like, I'm Conor McGregor.
Yeah, but like you don't ever see Ewan McGregor ever just say his name.
You mean Ewan? I thought it was Ewan McGregor. McGregor.
Pretty sure it's Ewan.
I don't know. British people have funny names.
Yeah,
they pronounce stuff funny.
Ewan. You know what? I feel like I need to look that up.
I think it's Ewan. Or
Ewan.
Ewan?
Ewan.
That's how it sounds to me.
Same people.
Yeah, but it's his actual
Ewan
name.
McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
It's funny, like you go through all these names, Womack and
Hits.
you know, Warren, and then he gets the hits. It's almost like
It's like he rears his chest up like hits.
I feel like just before they recorded it, that they're like, really, is people really gonna struggle with this? Hits.
Well, it's like Warren too. I mean,
Hits.
how many people struggle with Warren or Womack? I mean, they're pretty. I wouldn't say common, but I mean they're like.
Well, with Womack, some people pronounce it Womack, and I can see that.
Who calls it Womack? It's hits.
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 Hits. I kind of like blow my chest out like hits.
Hits.
But maybe it's just because it's my last name.
You should totally be a DJ, playing nothing but the hits. I read that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 broke what the Guardians of the Galaxy.
One did.
Yeah, like the whole time it was running.
Well, that happens a lot with sequels though, especially like when the first one is good, and the second one is amped up to be like even better.
Yeah, sometimes the sequels do better, and sometimes they go down. It depends on the movie. Jon Favreau's character, Happy Hogan, is supposed to be in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Who's that?
Iron Man's friend.
Oh, the one who's like part of Stark Enterprises?
Yeah.
The kind of fat guy?
Yeah.
I think he's also like the director or producer of the movies. Like he has another role.
Well, I mean, he directed Iron Man 1, and I think he directed Iron Man 2.
Okay, that might be it.
I enjoyed his version of Jungle Book. He did
the live action?
Yeah, he did.
Or the...
Yeah,
the dude was live action and the rest was animated?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that.
That's as close as live action is going to get. It's worth watching. He's also doing a live action Lion King, as you know, live action as.
I've heard chatter about that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard too much about it, but I heard a little chatter about it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. You got my attention, Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to tell you it was a good movie I just watched?
What's that?
The Accountant.
Yeah, I watched that one too. It's good.
It's got
Ben Affleck.
and then the dude who played Punisher in Daredevil, and Shane in Walking Dead. I can't think of his name.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the big buff dude.
Ben Affleck's brother in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
He played
Yeah.
Punisher in Daredevil.
Yeah.
He's getting his own Netflix show about Punisher.
Yeah.
Frank Castle. That's the guy that's Punisher
Yeah,
name.
I know.
And then he played Shane in The Walking Dead. I can't think of his name. Great actor.
It also has J.K. Simmons from Spider-Man movies.
And the closer.
That too.
TV show.
I didn't ever watch it, but yeah.
Oh, and he was in Whiplash. Did you ever see the movie?
No.
Bro, it is a crazy movie. It has a lot of cursing in it, mostly on J.K. Simmons' parts. But it is a crazy awesome movie.
He plays good like angry guys.
Yeah.
You know, he was basically an angry guy in Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson.
I loved him.
Give me a violin. I just love how like fast talking.
Parker! He always had a cigar, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, Parker! While chasing Amy. Chasing Amy is a good movie.
Yeah. One thing I have to say about it is that Ben Affleck does a really good acting job in this movie. It kind of surprises me, you know, because like it's just like a Kevin Smith movie, and like he does this like really awesome performance. I'm like, where was this in these other movies? You
Him, Jason Lee, Earl.
Yeah.
My name's Earl.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon all owed their like careers to Kevin Smith.
Basically.
Because I think Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were like almost all of like his original movies except for Clerks.
Yeah. Well, really, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have Goodwill Hunting.
True.
That's what really started.
Well, they
their
both
career.
wrote that. That's what got them as like writers and director nods.
Yeah.
But probably the biggest thing for them in that movie was getting Robin Williams.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he was big in the, what was that, like late 90s?
Well, when it came out? Yeah.
Yeah, late 90s.
Late 90s. I want to say like 98, 99.
I heard that like he didn't like write his material down. He would just get out there in front of a crowd and then just start spewing. Like whatever came to his mind, he said. Like very little of it was planned out.
He's a naturally funny guy. Like if you ever watch him in interviews, he just owns every interview he does.
I remember I think it was probably one of his like last joke specials. He was talking about how he was like on German radio, and they were like, "Mr. Williams, why do you think there's not so much comedy in Germany?" And he's like, "Did you think he killed all the funny people?" And he said, without a doubt, she just went, "No."
Yeah, he's awesome.
It's me.
So Jim Carrey doesn't do much anymore.
He was on some late night talk show host.
Yeah. It was, I want to say Jimmy Kimmel.
I don't know.
He was apparently he's a executive producer of this show about stand-up comics or whatever.
Did you see that beard he has?
Yeah.
He's like like.
I mean, he's recognizable. I mean, I can recognize him, but
I mean, it took me a second.
It's just not him.
Yeah.
So apparently, Jim Carrey. It looks like he's doing like a crime thriller.
Oh boy. But
And he has his epic beard thing. I kind of like it when comedians do serious roles. It kind of proves that they can do other things.
I saw this movie one time.
Did you?
This was probably the funniest thing ever I saw in theaters, and it wasn't from the screen. So I went and saw this movie. It was a Kevin Hart movie because it was on the same time as like American Sniper came out, the movie about Chris Kyle, and I'm a huge fan of that. I read the book twice. The American Sniper book I read twice, and man, I was jacked about the movie. So like I went. I think the night after opening night, and man, it was packed. I waited in line probably about a good 30 minutes, and the people in front of me, like we started talking, we were just talking about the movie and all that kind of stuff. They were there to see the same movie, and they sell out of tickets 3 people in front of me, like, and I wasn't gonna go home. It's like I already been there. Like people started leaving. I mean, so like all the people left in front of me left, so I just went over there and I was like. I think I'm gonna see The Wedding Ringer. There's one point in that movie where the fat guy and his wife, well, his soon-to-be wife, they're saying they were like the wedding planner or whatever, and like the wedding planner's like, so when you like your first dance and all that kind of stuff, your first kiss, all that kind of stuff, what song do you want playing? And she says some song. She's like, well, and she makes it like really dramatic. She's like, well, our song is, this because like. This is when we were like together and we first kissed and all this kind of stuff. And he's just sitting there and he's just like, that was your song with your ex. And she's like, oh, it's okay, just use it anyway. And you see this guy, he was sitting in the theater, and that's probably about 5 or 10 of us in the theater. He does that, don't do it, man, don't do it. I mean, just gets like all up and mad about this. And then he turns around after like going on a rant, and he's like, "Sorry guys," and just sits back down and watch the movie. But I just thought it was so funny. Like he was like, oh no, don't do it, man, don't do it.
I wasn't there at the time, but I heard a story of John was going to the movies with Wesley, Corey's brother, and I think Corey might have been there too. But anyways, they were going to see some movie, I don't know, and it was during the time, it was before Transformers 2 came out, so they were watching the trailers, and then the trailer for Transformers 2 came out, and then this black guy goes, Part 2!
That is awesome. You know, Shia LaBeouf went off the rails. I remember when he wore that like lunch bag and it had like the eyes hole cut out. I was like, I'm not famous anymore.
Mm.
And he had that huge like rat tail. And then he rented out that theater, I think in New York or Los Angeles.
He did.
And like replayed all of his movies and like
As an art project.
yeah, and people could come watch him with us, and only like 30 people showed up.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that had to be like so humiliating. Cause like Shia LaBeouf, I mean he probably wasn't hurting for cash at the time.
No.
I don't know about now, but I mean probably not. I mean Transformers still.
He's probably still pretty well off. He still makes movies, but he doesn't have the same appeal that he used to have. Not anything big, but
like straight to VHS, DVD.
I don't even think they even had VHS, but back when you were a kid.
Yeah, they did.
Barely.
I caught the tail end of it.
Yeah, the very tail end.
Like, I mean, in high school and stuff, we still had the VHS players. Like, all our movies.
Yeah,
and
it
stuff
was
were
like
VHS.
the late 90s, the early 2000s is when the DVDs thing came in.
Yeah.
Well, they were starting to come in. Like, there's... And then I remember when they weren't even selling VHS tapes anymore. Like, it was... Like, no one was buying them anymore.
I remember, like, I found a box of movies when we moved over here. And it was like a box of VHS movies. And, like, they're from when I was a kid. They're like Barney and Teletubbies and all that kind of stuff. So, I can say I had VHS movies.
Yeah.
Don't have them anymore. Got rid of them, but I grew up with VHS. I can say that. I was a VHS child.
Right.
And I remember, because like my grandma's car is like a 2004 or 5. It doesn't have a CD player. It has a tape player. And I remember having to take like the cassettes and the pencil and like getting it back. I remember having to do that.
Things have gotten so much easier nowadays.
I remember when cars used to have a cassette and a CD player.
Yeah.
Like, best of both worlds.
Nowadays, you don't always see either one. Now it's just the jack.
Yeah, because everything's digital now.
Yeah.
Because my cousin just bought a brand new 2017 Camaro. Didn't have a CD player in it.
Yeah.
Because everything, it has a aux cord in it.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's all people need nowadays.
Or Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Hook it up through Bluetooth.
Yeah. You know,
Which I think aux cord is probably soon going to be outdated because Bluetooth.
Probably.
I remember like when Bluetooth kind of came out, they had like the big ear sets.
That's how it started out. Bluetooth used to be just for the ear sets.
Yeah.
Now it can be just about anything.
I always thought those were like the weirdest things, cause like I'd always feel like people were talking, and I thought people were crazy. Like at first, I was like, "Who are they talking to?" And then they would turn, and I would see that thing, and it would be like beeping. Like the light would be beeping, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, the Bluetooth."
Yeah.
But it took me a while, like, to get used to that, because I was like, man, these people are crazy.
And it's always like so small where like you can't even really see until like you see them.
For a while, I thought it was like a hearing aid type of deal.
Yeah.
It's just like a huge hearing aid.
Yeah.
And remember they had like the little buttons on the side where you could like accept and end the call. Because what? It went from beepers to cell phone to Bluetooth, and now
Beepers were before my time. That was.
Well, they were like when you were a child.
Well, yeah, like it was during a time when like I was too young to really know, and my parents, to my knowledge, didn't have one. So
My aunt has a beeper, still to this day. She's a nurse,
Well, that makes sense.
She's a nurse, or she works in a old folks home or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, like I remember like when I was younger, she lives up in Missouri, and I went up there and like she had a cell phone and a beeper, and I was like, and I remember she would like set them on the table, and I picked up the beeper and I was like, what is this? And she's like, that's a beeper, and I was like, what's a beeper? And so she explained to me what a beeper was. I was like, oh. I was like, why do you have a beeper? You have a cell phone. I was like,
Yeah, I can understand why a nurse would need it, but at the same time, I don't.
I don't even see why. I don't even think they make beepers anymore.
I mean, nowadays with cell phones, you would think that would kind of replace beepers.
I remember like texting when it was just numbers.
Yeah. I remember when texting would cost you like
10 cents?
Per text.
Yeah.
Per text.
I remember that.
And then the first time I texted, it was actually to John. The first time I ever texted ever was to John, and you know, I sent all these messages to him, and then
You got your bill and it was like,
yeah.
why do I have a $500 bill?
Which I kind of knew it was going to cost, but I just kind of did it anyways. And then I kind of told my mom, hey, I started texting, and then I think after that, my parents got me a texting plan. But
Yeah. I didn't get a cell phone until I was about 14, 15. So like by the time I already got a phone, they already had like the unlimited plans.
yeah,
But yeah, I remember my mom had a flip phone when I was a kid, and you had to pull like the antenna up. Man,
flip phone,
these kids today don't know the struggle. I remember like when BlackBerry was like the thing.
BlackBerry.
I remember like when everybody and their mother, if you were cool, you had a BlackBerry. But I remember like when Razors came out.
Yeah, razors. Yeah, that was a big deal. Like
And,
you were cool if you had a razor. Yeah, man, technology, man, has come a long way. Like, you know, it keeps getting easier and easier for us. You know, it's just making us dumber because we've become so reliant on technology. And that storm that we had last night is kind of a testament to that.
I remember that that ringtone. It's called like Mosquito or something.
Yeah.
And only like kids could hear it for some reason because it's on some frequency.
Yeah.
That like older people could not hear.
I used to I used that in class for a little while, and I had a teacher that was kind of young, so like she was able to hear it, and then she was like, you know that I can hear that, right?
I don't understand public school. Like, all these kids today that I have, like, on Snapchat and all that kind of stuff, like, kids I know. These people, like, have on, like, Snapchat and Instagram. I see them, like, making videos and, like, listening to music and stuff in high school.
Yeah.
I don't understand public school. Could you do that in public school?
No.
Because,
No.
like, I see them now, like, they got, like, the earbuds in, and they're just, like, kicking back and just, like...
I mean, it's been a few years since I've been in high school.
What, 10? 7?
It hasn't been that long. I mean, come on. It's been 7 years. I'm getting there.
Hey. 2.
Be all right. But yeah, it depends on the teacher really. There's some teachers that are super strict. Like, you know, if at one time I had my phone go off because my brother called me or something, and I normally have my. It was an older phone. Nowadays, if you put your phone on vibrate, everything is on vibrate. But for some reason, like for this phone, each individual setting you had to set it to vibrate. The phone call itself was all right, but because he sent me a voicemail, I had a voicemail ringtone go off. But because my phone went off, the teacher took up my phone.
See, when I
It was
was
something out of my control.
When I was in high school, man, they pretty much banned cell phones. Like, you couldn't use them in class unless you had like teacher's permission. You couldn't even really use them in the hallway. I mean, they were pretty much just to stay in your pocket. You could use them at lunch.
Yeah.
But you couldn't use them like in the hallway. I remember like we would used to sneak into the bathroom and we would just be in there. And there'd always be like those one or two guys who'd be there for like 30, 45 minutes, just on their phone, just texting people.
Yeah.
And man, I got in so much trouble.
Yeah. But I mean, it depended on the teacher. Like I said, some teachers were pretty cool about it, and they'll let you have it out, and some might take it up if they see you and texting on it. But
yeah, man, when I was like in school, man, shoot, you were risking your life. Oh, and here's the thing. They would take up your phone, and you had to pay $35 to get it the first time.
ours was like I think 15, something like that.
I went to Catholic school. Apparently, they're always hurting for money. So it was $35, and then if it happened again, they took it up, like for the rest of the year.
They can't do that. A school cannot just take up your phone.
I don't know.
They don't have the right to just confiscate your phone for the rest of the school year.
Well, apparently, like they made us all sign something because we had to sign contracts every year to go there to Catholic school, and apparently there was something on the last page, in the last paragraph, in the last sentence that said they could. I mean,
in the small print.
yeah. I mean, when they give you something like that tall to read, you're not gonna sit there and read through all that.
Yeah.
That's why I always read the first page and the last page.
Yeah.
Like any great novel, start out by reading the first page and the last page.
I mean, I can understand if it was a Catholic school that maybe you lived at and like you did everything
like
there.
like an actual like academy or something.
Yeah, like then I could see them taking away your phone, but like if you're just going to school there.
If I'm just there from 8 to 2:45.
Like yeah, they can't just take up your phone. I can imagine some angry parents be like, "Can't just take away my baby's phone."
But there were some teachers like, if you missed school, you just got a 0 for that class. Like I mean, you didn't get no makeup, no notes.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta go like to other people to get notes.
Which missing school wasn't a big deal to me. Like I didn't really miss class.
I only missed like if I was sick. And I mean, we had senior skip day, which the teachers knew where we were because we had this one guy in our class who was really rich, and he had like a pool house and a pool and all that kind of stuff. So we went there, and like all the teachers knew where we were.
Yeah.
But here's kind of the bad thing. There's this other guy that was in my class, and apparently nobody told him, and he showed up to school. And apparently they had to send him home, or if he would have stayed and they would have like taught him or whatever, we all would have been tardy. So they made him leave, which I was like, that is hilarious. So he lives like far away. So I just always found that funny. Like they made him go home. And like he came back the next day, he was so mad. He's like, why did you guys not tell me?
Yeah.
And like he came to me like I was supposed to tell him, and I was like, I didn't plan the event. They just told me where to be at what time, and I was there. Back in the old days.
Yeah.
That was fun.
What, like 2 years ago?
Yeah. 2015.
It was 2010 for me.
2010.
2010. You were a wee lad.
I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, you were a wee lad.
Man, I hate 8th grade. I hate high school. like people are like, would you go back and do it again? No.
I miss elements of it because of I didn't really have any responsibilities as far as money goes, and as far as having to do all these different responsibilities. That part I miss. But the school itself and the school work and homework and stuff like that.
Being forced to go somewhere for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Which, I mean, in some ways it's better than what it is now. Because there wasn't any responsibilities. Your parents basically took care of everything for you.
Well, I'm in the same hole as I was back then, so
Yeah,
nothing changed. I like how we're just both staring into the camera. Just looking our viewers right in the eyes.
Looking at you through the glass.
Wondering how much time has passed.
All I know is that it feels like forever. Well, whenever I went to John's place the other day, before you got there, I think Emily said, it's been a while, Vic. And I said, yeah, it feels like forever. And then I paused and said, But no one ever tells you that forever feels like home.
I thought you were gonna bust into Stained. It's been a while.
Oh, no.
Since I last saw you.
No.
Like that's where I thought you were going. And then
No.
you're like, oh, then you're going through the glass.
Yeah, Stained, lead singer of Stained, is really awesome.
Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis, that guy could sing.
I actually checked out a video a couple months ago of him like singing here recently because I was like, I wonder what he sounds like. Because Stained was what early 2000s.
Yeah,
And I was like, I wonder if he still got it. And like, because I know
Yeah.
he went country.
he does.
And like, I didn't really listen to his country stuff. Like, I think I heard one song and I was like, yeah, he still got it. But I was like, is that just like an auto-tune thing or is that actually him? And I went and listened to him like.
No, there's no auto-tune when it comes to Aaron Lewis. He just naturally.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know. And then I went
Yeah.
like heard him live, well, like a live thing on YouTube.
Yeah,
And I was like, dang, he still got it.
yeah,
He still got the like smoky, soulful voice. I like
yeah.
it. And I think I watched like the same concert, but like it was a couple different songs, and he can hold throughout all the songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he can still do "It's Been a While," "So Far Away."
I would say his live stuff is better than his CD stuff because when he's live, he's able to show off a little bit, you know.
Now I'm gonna have to go home and like listen to Sting for a little bit.
Yeah. You should listen to some Aaron Lewis stuff. It's
His country stuff.
he doesn't just do country.
That's all I've heard from him lately. His country music.
What like even if
It's not like Scott Stapp music.
no no
I gotta admit, that first album he did had a couple of good songs on it. But
Yeah.
the second one, after he went crazy and the drugs and attempted suicide and thought people were after him, not so good.
well the second album came out before.
Was it? But I think he was still going crazy when he
Yeah.
created it.
Yeah,
Which, Scott Stapp, man.
I don't know.
He has a great voice.
Yeah, which
Which, his voice is better, I will admit, on tape than in...
yeah, I mean there's some people that are better live and better on CD, and Scott Stapp is better on CD
Oh, yeah.
because they're probably able to clean up his voice a little bit.